If you have a passion in your life, even if it's a small one, make it big for yourself, make it matter. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't care about what others think about you. Your passion, what drives you, is the most important thing. It will bring good things to you if you believe in what you love. Your passion means everything. It will touch more people than you think. Hi, I'm Ross Graves. I'm originally from Des Moines, Iowa, now living in California. When I was born, I pretty much didn't have a whole lot of things to do, but one time I went to the library and picked up a book. I was about 7, and it was in Spanish. I had no idea what I was looking at, and so it kind of piqued my interest in learning something other than English. By the time I was in high school, I was learning other things. I was interested in French as well. I knew I had some aptitude for that, which I liked. So I guess I could say that simultaneously my interest in language and dancing started to flourish. By the time I was in my 30s, I was having a dance career. I was traveling the world. Later on, I started learning, I wanted more of a challenge, so I started learning Greek. People were recommending a certain singer named Eli Kokinu, so I learned Greek through music, and so I knew that that was a way to facilitate a love of the language and the actual technical aspect of learning it that kind of went hand in hand, because then it wasn't a chore, it was more of a joy. This language learning became even more enjoyable because I got to learn songs with it. Later, I met Marwan on Facebook. We connected very quickly. One of the things that we learned that we had in common was that we loved languages. I learned at the time that he was studying and learning Russian, and so I said, okay, weird.
Back then in 2012, I was hired by a Belarus company, and I did not know anything about Russian language or music. So my boss used to play Russian music in the mornings. And since then, I started listening to Russian music and loved it. We found this Russian community of karaoke, and we started going sing the songs that we started learning together.
My favorite artist being, Monatik himself, and singing those songs and everything, that was our outlet. However, one day we actually did have we were hosting a Russian young kid who wanted to stay in the Hollywood area. He said to us, he goes, hey, there's a Russian festival happening in this park. Do you know where this is? And we're like, that's 2 blocks from where we live. So we went to this festival, and it was absolutely amazing because there was people, there were food, and we heard in the background there was singing, and we found this karaoke booth. And so, it was incredible how we got up the nerve, and the first thing we did was we sang some Monatik songs as well. The organizers said, if you love this, you've got to come to our club. You guys are amazing because you don't speak our language at all. And you've got to come, and this is the information. They gave it to us, and we said, okay, we're in.
And we were.
Coming from a place where I was not comfortable singing live in front of people, this karaoke situation and the Russians and all the people really giving this great feedback and everything boost my confidence big time. And I actually was looking forward now to singing in front of people in a language I'm starting to embrace and by the artists that I really love, and this is what really gave me this big confidence to sing in Russian and in karaoke.
We made a lot of friends.
Yeah, lots of them. The best friends, really. Kruzhit is like the first song. This was the first video. This was the connector between us and Monatik himself, the artist. And we went to go see his concert one year, and absolutely loved it. Basically, we were focusing on learning more of his songs, watching more of the videos, and just absolutely just getting more and more and more into the hook of Monatik's groove, his message, translating the lyrics for me anyway. It told me just how much of a peaceful world at large of love this man's work is all about. I was really singing a lot in karaoke, Kruzhit and us with Toachi Bobo Zuma, and recording those and posting them and tagging him, following him on Instagram, tagging him, giving him credit, thanking him for the artistry. When I realized that he was coming back into town, I thought, what a perfect opportunity to, I don't know, to try to say hi or to make a better impression, know more songs.
I think we bought the tickets 5 seconds after we saw them.
Yeah, as soon as we knew that, it's like we weren't gonna give that up. We were in the front row the first time, we were gonna definitely be in the front row the second time, and we were absolutely going to make him notice us. Well, actually, you know, that day, the day of the concert, I couldn't have been more excited. I mean, Monatik, his wife, Irina, and the dancers had all been in town for that whole week. And of course, I'm moving around in my day, hoping to God I was gonna run into one of them in the Hollywood. I knew they were staying in Hollywood. We were living in Hollywood, and I was praying that we'd run into them somewhere. And as soon as I told Marwan, his wife had posted that they were in the Guitar Center, I texted Marwan and he texted back, "Run!" So I ran. First I went home and I got a jacket that he had specially made with Monatik's emblems and stuff. And then I ran to the Guitar Center, all stealth, you know. I'm looking around, everyone's like, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "No, you can't help me, I know what I'm doing." They had left like 2 hours before, so we missed it. So the day at the concert, we actually did get there like 5 hours early. The concert was gonna start at midnight. I think we thought it was going to start at 9 or 10 because the other ones had before that, but we got there at 7 regardless. So we're outside waiting. Yeah. There's no way we weren't going to be first in line. We were going to be in the front. So, so we're standing out there, and then all of a sudden we're hearing the music.
The rehearsal.
We're hearing the sound check, and we're hearing a song that we knew. We heard Oovle Oovle like playing back there, and we're listening at the door. And I remember we're getting excited, we're singing the lyrics as it happened and everything, right? And then it wasn't too long after that one of the dancers that we'd been in contact with texted Marwan and said, "Hey, you know, we're getting done with the sound check. You want to meet outside real quick before the concert?" We're like, yes. She said, "What side are you on?" I said, "Well, we're on this street." And she goes, "Well, I think that we're on that street." And so we're like running through the parking lot. Yeah. We ran through the parking lot so we wouldn't miss this moment. And then we met Marina and Nastya out there. And oh my gosh, it was so cool to meet them before the show.
Your Russian is perfect.
He's going crazy. And he hasn't even started dancing yet.
So famous.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be in the front row.
See you. Thank you guys.
I love her. I love her.
You're so amazing. Just based on the fact that he had written and said, "We'll see you in the fall," and that sort of thing, I hoped somehow if we stood out in the crowd big enough, loud enough, if he'd seen the videos, that maybe we would be okay to go backstage to meet him. That was, we were really wanting that. I knew that he connected with people in the front row. He shook hands. He did all that. I expected that again. I knew that was going to happen. Well, as it turns out, the show was about 40 minutes in. He just finished the song Toachi Bobo Zuma, and the dancers left, and he stopped the music, and he kind of...
The main Instagram fans, I recognize you from the beginning of the show. If you think I don't see you, I watch your name. So, Ross, right? Ross. Ребят, объясню. Здесь есть люди, за которыми я слежу в Инстаграме, потому что они все время поют, учат наши песни. Они для них абсолютно неизвестные, иностранные, но они их знают наизусть. Вот он есть Росс. Russ, I want to take you on the stage with me. What do you say, guys? Every time when you do this in karaoke, I'm like, what? Who is this guy? Get me to the Thank you.
I was dying. When he hands me what he calls his emergency microphone, he then asked me, he goes, "Do you know the words to Toache Bobu Zuma?" And I said, "Absolutely."
Emergency microphone. And this is a time for emergency. This is Rose, guys. Make some more noise, alright? You know the words of Toache Bobu Zuma? Yeah! Oh yeah? Let's do it together, man. Let me see. Alright? Oh, pagati. Ты со мной видишь, like it get, like it dance, like it dish, like it dance, like it dance, like it dance. Все, давай, 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 давай. Давай, 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 танцуй. Заставляй, давай, танцуй. Танцуй. Что смущает тебя? Давай, танцуй. Давай, танцуй. Что смущает тебя? Давай, танцуй. Медицина права. Такие воды и зажигает бомбы. Так, кто бы сел, не выстрелит не бомбы. Покажи мастерство, сорви голова. Сорви области. Голова. Ты просто монстр. Это делается движение просто. Космос. Просто космос. И температура. Тебе давай, танцуй. Что смущает тебя? Смущает тебя. Танцуй. Давай, танцуй. Да не стоит тебя. Давай, танцуй. Давай, танцуй. Что смущает тебя? Что смущает тебя? Танцуй. Давай, танцуй.
Once I was up on stage with him, it mattered to show everybody that this is where I'm from, and you know, it wasn't to promote America, it was to promote American fan of his.
Это было жарко, Лэй, не так ли? Давайте подарим еще отдельные аплодисменты. Это Рос, дамы и господа.
Who gets to sing with their favorite singer? Ever, in the world, like ever.
The flags were meant to be, especially Venezuela, because even though I'm in transition to be the American, I wanted to let him know that as a Venezuelan also, I've heard his music when I was in Venezuela. So the flags were meant to let him know that we're foreigners and we listen to his music. Love it, rhythm.
Some people have the Midas touch. I think he's got it. The Midas touch is that whatever you touch turns to gold. My life turned to gold after that. All of a sudden, everything in my life just seemed possible. Like nothing seemed impossible anymore. I think what we can draw from all this is that things do happen for a reason, and you know, the good fortune that's come to us, it seems anyway, from the time that our dream came true with Monatik on stage and backstage and meeting all those wonderful people and the great reception that we had. One of the great things that has happened to us is that we bought a house, and the best thing about it is it's huge, and we can now reciprocally say thank you to people who have been so warm and loving to us, have our Russian-speaking friends and community over to stay. We can host some karaoke parties here, maybe if there's not a venue for them. Even Monatik himself, if he ever wanted to come and kick back in the country in Los Angeles, he loved Los Angeles, so would be welcome. You know, just as a big thing. This is a big house. It's for all of you to enjoy. serce sakriti, każdy loved rhythm, 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 love it, love it. If you have a passion in your life, even if it's a small one, make it big for yourself, make it matter. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't care about what others think about you. Your passion, what drives you, is the most important thing. It will bring good things to you if you believe in what you love. Your passion means everything. It will touch more people than you think.